boys and girls. We are doing math today, lesson 105. I just wanted to show you all the work I had to do to make this teaching from my home work. So, check it out. There's my cool whiteboard, right? And my cool desk underneath. I had to build the stand for it. And I'm plugging my phone. So, for just a second, okay, just so you can see all this. To get a light, I had to rig a light up in my ceiling because the lighting factor was pretty bad. Then here's the stand I built for this thing. Woohoo! Oh, I can turn the light on. Back there. So Mr. Monda had some construction to do, thus everything taking a little longer than normal. So I am in my basement, and we are going to be teaching. So just thought I would show you guys that. Lesson 105, open your books to 105. And setting up my cool new tripod. There it is. And we are learning what's going to seem like it's not necessarily a new concept because it's just division, but it's division with two digits here. Okay, so this is the example problem. The book says we learned 4 steps to divide, but we actually learned 5, okay, which was divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Remember? Now, you can't have cheeseburger without the cheese, right? So you need the cheese, okay? So 10. Does 10, you start the same way. Does 10, divide 10. Does 10 go into 4? No, it does not. So you put an X, okay? Now you say, does 10 go into, I like to underline this number, 43, okay? And what I like to do is temporarily kill the 2, so I know I'm just going into the 43, okay? Now from there, okay, you can think, some of you will know that mentally, okay? Others of you will not, okay? So I'm going to take something here, and I'm going to take the 1 and the 4. How many times does 1 go into 4? 1 goes into 4, how many times? 4 times, okay? So 1 into 4, okay, now if we think about that, that's kind of like if we were 10 into 40, okay? So now we don't have 1 times 4, we have 10 times 4, so we did the divide step. Now we have 10 times 4 is, okay, yep, you got it, 40, okay? And yep, hey, I got my Knights of the Round Table Math Fact crown on, and I wish you guys had yours you could wear during math class, but I'm wearing it for you if you're a knight or a lady. So now we have multiply, we did that. Now we're going to subtract. 43 minus 40 is 3. Compare, we need our cheese. Is 3 less than 10? Yes, it is. Check it off. Okay, now we bring down. Okay, extend this line. Now we get to bring the 2 back to life. Okay, so we bring the 2 back to life, and he comes down right there. Now we have does, I'm going to use a different color here. Does 10 go into 32? Yes, it does, but some of us, okay, you can think about it like this. How many times does 1 go into 3, which is really the same as 10 into 30, okay? So now, that is, how many times does 1 go into 3? 3 times. So, now we do the whole thing though, 10, okay, so that's divide. Now we go to multiply. 10 times my new number, 3, is 30, okay? Now I subtract. 32 minus 30 is 2. Now I compare. Cheese is 2 less than 10. Yes, it is. Now I bring down. There's nothing to bring down. So I have a remainder of 2. Remainder 2. 43, remainder 2. And then you would check it. Okay, how would you check it? You would do 43 times 10 And remember, you can hang your 0 to make that easy. Okay, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 4 is 4, add your 0, and then we have to add our remainder. Which is 432. Okay, and then, okay, maybe I'll go like that. Okay, now we check our final answer. Is 432 equal 432? Yes, it does. Okay, so now we're going to do another one. I'm going to do a couple of your lesson practice problems. I'm going to do letter A, okay, which is 10 into 73. 10 into 73. Okay, does 10 go into 73? Okay, so we got, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay, so does 10 go into 7? No, it does not. Does 10 go into 73? Yes, it does. How many times? And that's where some of you might stop and get confused. So you might not know, okay? Especially when this number changes to like 12 or 13 or something like that, okay? So what you do is you take your ones digit for an estimation, okay? And your ones digit for an estimation. Does 1 go into 7? Yes, it does. How many times? 7 times. Okay? Goes in 7 times. So what does that really mean? Okay, it really means how many times does 10 go into, in an estimated way, 70. How many times does 10 go into 70? 7 times, okay? So now I divided, now I gotta multiply. Okay, 10 times 7 is 70. Now I gotta subtract, 73 minus 70 is 3. Now I gotta compare, is 3 less than 10? Yes, it is. Okay, so now I bring down. There is nothing to bring down. So my answer is simply 7, remainder 3. Then I would check that, okay, by taking 10 times 7, 10 times 7, which is 70, and I would add my remainder, which is 73. Does that work? I end at the dividend. Remember, this is the dividend, okay? Dividend. And I end there in my problem. Yes, it did work. Okay, very good. And we're going to do letter E. Letter E says 10 into 561. 10 into 561. Or another way of saying that is 561 divided by 10. Another way to write that would be 561 divided by 10, or 561 divided by 10, just as a refresher. Okay, so now we got, does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? Okay, so we start with, does 10 go into 5? Does 10 go into 5? No, it does not. Okay, now we say, does 10 go into 56? Okay, does 10 go into 56? Yes, it does. And so that I don't get confused by the 1, I like to temporarily put him to sleep. Okay, and now, okay, does 10 go into 56? Some of you are like, I don't know how many times. Okay, so this is where you can use the ones digit. Okay, does 1 go into 5? Yes, it does. How many times does 1 go into 5? 5 times. Okay, so that's the same as, how many times does 10 go into 50? 10, if I estimated that, really it would go up to 60. Okay, so to get a closer estimate, we'll get into that more in future lessons, okay? But we're just going to do 5 for now, okay? And then we go, okay, now we got divide, multiply, 10 times 5 is 50. Subtract, 56 minus 50 is 6. Okay. Compare, is 6 less than 10? Yes, it is. So I bring down. Okay. Now I bring my 1 back to life right there. Okay. Maybe it'll be easier if I make that a different color. bring him back to life, and I have 61. Okay? Now I got back up to round 2. Okay, now what do? Okay, I'm done with my 10 into 50. I'm going to switch to green. Does 10 go into 61? Okay, some of you are like, oh, I don't know how many times. So I like to think of the 1 into the 6. How many times does 1 go into 6? 1 goes into 6 times. Okay, so that's the same as 10 into 60. Okay, so 10 into 60. Okay, so that's divide step. Now I gotta multiply. 10 times 6 is 60. Subtract. Next step, just go right in order. 1. Compare, is 1 less than 10? Yes. Bring down, nothing to bring down, so I have a remainder of 1. Okay, so now I have to check it. I take 56 times 10, and a lot of you can do that in your head. Okay, that's 6, 5, bring my 0 down. Remember, I could hang my 0 there. Okay, and then I have to add my remainder. 0 plus 1, 6 plus 0, 561. Does that work? Yes, it does. 561 ends at the dividend. Okay? Hope this makes sense. This is your new concept today. Feel free to re-watch this video again to understand kind of these little tricks in dividing into to make it easier to get your answer. Have a great day. Knights and ladies around table. I hope you guys are still working on your math facts and keeping fresh on those. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.